DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy, family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into the FL1 Betting Podcast here on FingerLakes1.com. Paul Russo here. Jim Senecropi, Kyle Evans here with me as well. Another chaotic weekend of NFL football and college football, technically, in the books. We will get to that in a second where we review our picks. We'll make our picks for Week 7 of the NFL season and pretty much, I guess, anything else to really touch on that we've been going over. But first, I think a couple more of our sponsors, including GoNet Speed. The future of connection is here, and it's fiber made for how we live and work today. GoNet Speed fiber is faster and stronger than anything out there. You can check availability in your area as well as plans and pricing at GoNetSpeed.com and get ready for fast and reliable fiber internet straight to your home. And Lil John and Barbie Orthodontics. Dr. Lil John, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. You can check them out online at liljohnortho.com. All right, guys. Well, we were riding a really great high of picks last week following a collective 8-1 or 7-1, depending upon how you view a lockstep. But this weekend, it was not as great. Kyle, 0-3. Jim, 1-2. But I got us above 5. I got myself above 500.
Well, there you go.
Week, so. Disappointing, though, for me. My only loss, Michigan State losing outright to UCLA. What in the hell? Going against the trends of traveling across multiple time zones from teams coming west to east. But so be it. It looks like the Bruins might be the real deal with new Heisel Jr. at the helm calling the shots there. But either way, the defense held up well in that Browns-Steelers matchup. And then the Rams just decimating the Ravens. You love to see it. So great job for me there. Kyle, man, the hell? What happened?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm kind of at a loss of words, too. You go 3-0, and then you go 0-3 like this. The Broncos, the London game. Of course, I picked the London game that ended up being the weird one, 13-11. Yeah. I didn't pick the one from when the Vikings won a couple weeks ago.
Which was also weird.
Yeah. And then the Lions just lose outright.
Yeah.
Double digits. That didn't help. And the Bills, let's not even get started with the Bills.
Yeah.
So, yeah, brutal week.
Yeah, that Lions game was a trap.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And then, Jim, for you, I got to say, though, man, you really did ace the Carolina spot, though, against Dallas. Outright win for the Panthers. You did really nail that one.
I did. I took a little money line on that too myself. But the Arizona Colts game. It's so funny because I bet against the Colts and then I lose, and then I take the Colts and then I lose against the stupid Cardinals, and they really, they could have easily covered, but they didn't. And then Jacksonville. I don't know what to make about them. I've been riding them most of the year and doing pretty well with them, but that was I can't believe their offense.
Yeah. Yeah,
it was so ineffective. A week after they ran it up and down against, who was it, Kansas City? Who would do?
Yeah, Kansas City.
Yeah. Monday night.
31 points.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's life.
Yep, I hear you there.
It ain't easy.
I was with you on the home team side, too, there with Jacksonville, but
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what the hell there.
Crazy things. Crazy things in the NFL. It's a week-to-week league, so you're really trying to predict, what trend is going to reverse almost every week when you're picking these NFL games.
I did say watch the Bears beat the Commanders because it's the NFL.
You did.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people picked the Bears at all.
No. I know I didn't. So, pain. I did want to do a quick update on the futures things I kind of mentioned a little bit last week, mainly on the NASCAR side of things. First race of the semifinal round in the playoffs happened. You can get Joey Logano now at 10-1 after being 8-1 last week because
Really?
he did not do well enough at Vegas.
I
So
have to remember that.
yeah,
I mean, everybody's talking about the NASCAR playoffs
I
everywhere
know,
I go.
I know.
How about you, Kyle? I can't get away from it. Everybody wants to talk NASCAR playoffs.
Yeah, I don't have a clue.
Yeah.
I do know some of the names though that you're saying.
There you
Logano, yeah, I recognize that one. 10-1 on Logano sounds great.
yeah. Hey, why not? And if you got the Mariners, like I mentioned last week at the time at 8-1,
Oh, they're in trouble.
I don't disagree, but
last night?
at least at the moment they still got the game in hand. So
Toronto bats have come alive.
Yes.
and they have all the confidence in the world. And how about this? The road team has won every single game in these ALCS and NLCS series.
true, that is true.
How about if you go back to a couple weeks ago, we were talking about baseball futures, and the Dodgers were like 8-1, and now I don't know what they are now, but they look like the favorites again.
Yeah, I think it swung back. I did not look at that one today, unfortunately.
pitching.
But,
Yeah, out of nowhere, the pitching is almost unhittable.
yeah.
Can you imagine if the Yankees had those types of pitchers?
Like if they had a Blake Snell in the rotation, whew.
Crazy, right? Instead, they are used as leverage now in these negotiations. Brutal scenes. Brutal scenes. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got in that sense. Unless I don't know, do we want a victory lap Penn State really quick? Because that was pretty fun for at least two of us in the room.
Yeah, it's too bad for Penn State to be in such turmoil because they're so great, Just love the Nittany Lions.
Glorious.
It's just tough to see them struggling like this.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
First head coach firing in the NFL.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
We had that. I think I predicted Brian Dable before the season started.
You
And
did.
looks like he saved his job.
Jackson Dart saved his job, or Cam Scattaboo.
Well, I think what might have led to the Titans one is Brian Callahan just, normally when you have, frankly, any player, but especially your rookie first overall pick quarterback playing bad, and normally when you throw them under the bus, it's usually a sign of great things happening in your team and great culture, and, another classic Callahan family mishap happening in the NFL.
Well, the Titans had Mike Vrabel.
It's true.
Why don't you stick with him?
Yeah.
But they had to go off of him. Now he's rebuilding New England. Vrabel's a great coach, in my opinion.
Yeah. And no video tribute for him this weekend in Tennessee when they play. So
No.
what a shame. I guess, I don't know, unless you guys got anything I'm missing, we can probably get right into the picks this week, I'd say. So, but
Let's do it.
all right. I won the week last week. Let me get the app open here really quick so we can get the best lines available here. I'll go first. I'm going to begin in college again here. I wasn't a fan of a lot of the stuff in the NFL this week, admittedly. So I got two college picks here that I'm going to do. The first one, though, Jim, I feel bad. I'm kind of going against the Dukes here. I'm going to go Old Dominion plus 1.5 at James Madison. And
JMU's tough to beat at home.
this is an interesting game in the Sun Belt. I don't want to get into really the deep standing semantics of it, but Old Dominion 4-1 against the spread in the last 5. James Madison on the other end has been going the opposite way against the spread, 2-3, including last week. They won outright hosting Louisiana, but it was a bad Louisiana team who was in the game the whole time, and they covered that spread there. So I'm gonna go Old Dominion. They beat Virginia Tech outright earlier this year, which doesn't say much, but they got to win against a Power 4 school, and it's not a horrible road trip for them, just cruising along I-64 over at Harrisonburg. So I'm gonna go with the Old Dominion on the road against James Madison, catching 1.5. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Technically, Jim, you'd be up next, but I know you usually sometimes like to defer.
I'm ready.
So the option's yours. All right, have at it.
Give me the Panthers.
Oh, he's riding it. I love it.
I think 1.5, given 1.5 to the Jets.
I can get you a flat one.
Yeah, I'll take it. So
All right.
Carolina -1 at the Jets. Because the Jets are not good and Carolina is somewhat decent.
Also, you could have just left it at because Jets.
Right.
But, yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm even surprised that the line wasn't like 2.5 or 3 even. But whatever. I like it.
Are you worried about their home and road splits? Carolina 3-0 at home, 0-3 on the road.
Yeah, well, I am a little worried about it, but what are the Jets? What's the Jets' home record?
Also true.
Winless, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, when you look at their road record, maybe when they're playing a team that's won a few games at home, but if Carolina can just beat the Jets on Sunday at the Jets, they'll have one more win in that stadium than the Jets will have.
It's true.
And no Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, which is I don't know what the Justin Fields experiment's a failure, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Surprisingly, he's put up some decent fantasy numbers running around, but I mean, was it 2 weeks ago they had the Jets had minus passing yards?
No, that was last week.
That was last
Yeah,
week.
he got sacked 9 times.
Yeah. So, I'll go with Carolina because I think the Jets are just imploding on themselves, and Carolina's trending up. I mean, Carolina could be a playoff team.
It's true. It's true. All right. Kyle.
So this week, I'm really not looking at any numbers. I'm going with my gut feeling. I got to find a way.
Respect that.
So I just like the Colts plus 1.5 at the Chargers.
I do like that. I can get you 2.5.
All right, that's even
Of
better.
course.
I like that. I actually like the Colts outright in that game.
I think it's a big week for both teams.
Yeah.
Tough game to call. Like I said, I've bet against the Colts early, and then I bet with them. I can't ever put my finger on it. But, the Chargers got after that hot start, dealing with some injuries. But, if the Colts are who everybody seems to think they are nowadays, then they're going to win this game. And if the Chargers want any type of legitimacy as a playoff contender like they were viewed even as short as 3 weeks ago, then they need to win the game.
Yeah. I think that's the way I viewed it too.
It's going to be a good game. One of the games of the week, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I picked the Colts outright yesterday with Nick, and I think it has more to do with the fact the Chargers are dealing with those injuries and just they appear to be more on the back foot than the Colts, who appear to be at least on the front foot.
When people think about the Colts too, they forget Jonathan Taylor sometimes. Everybody's talking about Daniel Jones, but they got one of the best rushing attacks in football.
They still have one of the best defenses in football.
And
too.
the defense is good.
Against the injured Chargers offensive line. That's why I'm worried about Herbert.
Yeah. So I like that pick. I like that. All right, for me, my other college pick here, and again, for me and you, Jim, it goes against both of us. But I was debating about doing an outright dead cat bounce here with Penn State at Iowa. Coaches who get fired in college, the team tends to bounce back pretty good the next week. Yeah. But I'm going to do an old reliable pick of sorts. I'm going to do the game Penn State at Iowa under 40.5. Iowa is 3-2 on the unders so far. Penn State 2-3, but it's more about the defenses for both here, which has kind of been a stalwart. Iowa only giving up 13 points per game. That's 8th in the country. For Penn State, 18.5, 29 in the country there. I just don't trust Gronowski for Iowa to really go out there and really put up a ton of points. I also don't trust.
What's the over at?
The best available over on that one. I'm not too sure.
No, I mean the under. What's
40.5.
40.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't usually do well betting unders on Iowa games.
Yeah, and I just don't know what the backup situation fully is going to be like with Penn State with Aller being out. So, again, it's kind of like the Steelers-Browns for me last week, where I just think the defenses are just going to prevail in a bigger way than the offenses in that scenario. So,
okay.
And plus, it's an old reliable pick taking the under in Iowa games. I'm rolling with that. Back to you, Jim.
All right, taking a look here. I got a few games on the sheet. Which one's going to be the official one? I think I'm going to go with the. Man, Browns minus 2.5, hosting Miami.
Yeah, I can get you. That's the best line I have for you.
Yeah, Miami's a disaster.
Yeah,
and Cleveland at least is starting to show that maybe they have a future in the near term.
Yeah.
Not even just Dylan Gabriel, but like the running game. The defense is always strong. They're at home. Miami coming up north. It's going to be warm up north. So.
Well, there's also a big windstorm allegedly coming through on Sunday too,
which would help Cleveland.
Yes,
I think
100%.
So yeah, give me the Browns.
I like that. Yeah,
the team of Jim Brown and Ernie Davis, the franchise.
a couple other Syracuse ties to Cleveland, mainly now Andre Schmidt.
Yeah, he's on there now, but
I
yeah,
don't know how much he'll be in use Sunday, obviously with the win, but
Ernie Davis never got to play,
it's true.
sadly.
Yes, unfortunately.
Check out the Elmira Express if you haven't seen it. You guys ever seen the movie?
Yeah, it's a Hollywood movie, as we would say about the subject.
Yeah, but it's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I like it. And a late appearance too by the late Chadwick Brunson or
Dennis
Boswick
Quaid
in that movie. Yeah.
My neighbor, sophomore year at Syracuse in South Campus Apartments, was Ernie Davis Brown. He was a defensive lineman, All-American, but he was the son of John Brown, who was Ernie Davis's best friend in that movie.
Lineman too.
Yeah. Yep.
I think College Hall of Famer too. Actually, now I'm thinking about
probably. I don't. But anyways, yeah. So Elmira Express. I don't know where you can find it nowadays, but
it's out there.
I saw it in the theaters.
Not to go too far down a rabbit hole here, but there's an off chance I go to the Syracuse at Notre Dame game coming up in November. Off chance, like. But my grandpa saw Syracuse at Notre Dame back in 1960, which would have been
Ernie Davis,
the Heisman year.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
61. Apologies, 61.
Didn't know we were going to be talking so much about Ernie Davis.
I know. Kyle has no idea what's going on right now.
Watch the Elmira Express.
Get a little education going for you.
Sure.
All right, there you go. Pick number 2 for you, Kyle. Who you got?
Oh, for the first time all year, I'm taking your team.
Whoa.
-1.5 Commanders at the Cowboys. I think the Commanders bounce back. The Dallas defense is just awful. I mean, I don't even have to show the numbers. And, yeah, I mean, if Jane Daniels didn't turn the ball over, if the Commanders didn't turn the ball over last week, they would have won.
Yeah.
So
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too. -1.5. Is McLaurin still going to be out?
More than likely.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
although he was in practice.
Yeah, he's been, but it was the same thing last week, though. I think they're kind of slowly revamping activity, but
Never know.
true.
Well, they need the win,
They do. They do.
and they do need some, wide receivers.
Yep.
Deebo Samuel can't do it all.
He cannot. All right, my final pick here to the NFL side finally for me. Some people might call me crazy. I don't know, but it's a big number. I'm taking the Raiders +13 at Kansas City. Now, the Raiders this year, miserable against the spread. I understand that trend, but for whatever reason, against Kansas City, they seem to just do weird and keep it close. And
Yeah.
the Raiders,
In Kansas City was great.
yeah, the Raiders since 2023 are 3-2 against the spread against Kansas City. That includes one outright win at Kansas City, Christmas Day 2023.
It's memorable.
So I'm gonna do an old adage here where you get that amount of points in the NFL. I'm gonna take it, and especially in a matchup where for whatever reason Kansas City just can't seem to figure out and keep the Raiders truly at arm's length away. I'm gonna stick with that and ride with it.
I like it. I don't understand though what's going on with Pete Carroll. Like I've bet the Raiders a lot this year, and they've let me down more often than not. Because I thought Pete Carroll, Geno Smith, they were going to be a little bit of a dark horse, but yeah, I'm going to stay away from that one. But I do like it. I think it's like you said, spotting trends in the NFL. Kansas City, it went from everybody thinking the dynasty was over to now having them as Super Bowl favorites again. And here comes the Raiders into town, 13-point underdogs.
Yeah.
So I do like that pick. It was on my list, but since you took it, I'll have to go a different direction.
Oh no. I apologize, Jim.
I'm going to go with the Broncos -7 at home against the Giants.
I can get you 6.5.
Yep,
So.
that's even better. The I just don't buy the Giants. Malik Neighbors is out. So they got other wide receivers, but Jackson Dart hasn't really impressed me throwing the ball. He runs a little bit. Scadaboo. If Scadaboo keeps playing like this, he'll be out of the league. Next year.
Yeah.
And the Broncos got a great defense. Peyton will have a plan for Dart. I mean, this is where the Giants get sent back to, where most Giants fans are used to them being is like just hopeless.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think this is a tough spot for the Giants to kind of, I guess, repeat what they did last week,
You
obviously.
gotta go to Mile High Stadium or where is that? What they still playing Mile High?
Yep,
They
Mile
call it
High
something
still
else?
for another. Well, it's sports whatever
Yeah,
field
right.
at Mile High, but yeah, I mean they're still there for at least another couple of years. I know that, so
Yep. So there you go. I'm locked in for my 3.
I like it. Kyle, the final pick.
Yeah, and I'm going to take the final game of the week, which is the Monday 10 o'clock game, and I'm going to take Seattle minus 3.5 against the Texans.
Can get you a flat 3.
Now, look, everyone thinks that the Texans are all great because they beat the banged up Orioles,
Yeah.
Baltimore Ravens defense, and they're not. And I mean, what are they like? They're 2-10. Their 2 wins have come against teams that are combined 2-10.
Yeah.
They're a fluke.
Coming off a bye week though.
And I like Seattle at home. And like you mentioned earlier, they somehow held Jacksonville to 12 points when like 3 of their starters were out in the secondary, which was insane. And I think a couple of them will be back. So I like that.
Seattle's an interesting team too. They're kind of doing some old school. Now the only reason why I know this is because I follow a couple accounts on like TikTok that kind of like really show like line play and stuff like that. But this one account posted because they're running a lot of like old school plays on offense where it's like 7-step drop back passes with Sam Darnold in the year of our Lord 2025.
He drops it into the bucket to
Right.
Jackson Smith.
It's crazy. It's a lot of like hitch tight end routes and stuff. It's crazy, and it's working though. So, and look, that defense maybe not Legion of Boom, but like it's at least a decent enough defense. I like that pick, Kyle. I really do. I like
Be
it.
nice to actually win a few this week.
Yeah. I like your chances.
I wasn't here for the Bills podcast
Yeah.
Tuesday morning, but I did listen to it when I was in the car. I just wanted to say that I don't want to see any more jet sweeps this year.
Oh, for sure. No.
Like, what the heck?
Or if you do a jet sweep, have it not be with some of your slower guys at this point.
Well, why would you choose to call that play instead of like just a regular old sweep to James Cook?
Right. Yeah. That's someone we talked about. I even had the tweet up for it and everything, how Cook wasn't even on the field essentially at all in the fourth quarter. Like,
Well, Sean McDermott said he had a good conversation with Joe Brady, so
yeah.
we'll see about that.
That's a name to keep an eye on for the Penn State stuff. So
honestly, next week, I know we're a long ways away, but probably look at the James Cook player
Show.
props because he's probably going to get the ball now a lot against Carolina.
Yep.
Like receiving yards, probably over.
go about
Receiving
rushing.
yards for Cook.
Yep.
Receiving and rushing.
I'm just doing rushing for that.
I would do receiving. They haven't thrown the ball in 2 weeks to him.
Yeah.
And now that Sean has complained, they're going to throw the ball to him.
Yeah. Good to see we have a buck stops here finally with Sean McDermott. As
Yeah, we'll see what happens next game. But
But remember, they're at Carolina, who is 3-0 at home.
it's true.
I mean, imagine if they lost that game to Carolina.
It's true.
Bad times.
Might be Buffalo South in that game, but that's a different discussion for next week. So either way.
And how about tonight's game? How are you feeling about Cincinnati-Pittsburgh?
Thursday nights are stupid.
Because I have a wild stat.
Go
Have
ahead.
you seen that 6 of the last 7 NFL primetime games, the favorites have lost outright?
I was going to say,
Cincinnati might win this game.
I was going to say, you take Cincinnati with the points if you're going to do anything, but
Commanders
I don't
lost.
know, man.
Bills, Chiefs, Eagles, Chiefs, Bills, Rams, all lost outright.
it is all true.
wait, the
But
Commanders weren't favorites though in that game against the Packers.
I have it listed. No, Bears, right?
Oh, you're talking prime time.
Yeah, any
Oh,
prime
okay.
Thursday,
prime
Monday.
time
I
game.
thought you were talking about the Thursday itself games.
No, Thursday, Sunday night football, Monday night. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
6 of the last 7 teams have lost outright. That have been favorites, and some of these, like the Rams. Remember a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
8.5 point favorites against the Niners.
Yeah.
So something's weird about these Thursday nights.
I mean, Thursday night itself, it's weird because it's a short week for everybody pretty much, unless you're coming off a bye.
Another
But
thing, Mike Tomlin has never won a road Thursday night game against an AFC North team.
Really?
0-6.
I just don't know because, like, Cincinnati's not going to be getting any pressure on Rodgers, right?
Well, I view it as more the opposite way around, where just the way the Steelers' defense has been playing the past couple of weeks with whatever is left of that.
Well, you can
Bengals
look at it
line.
both ways, but what I'm saying is, like, on offense, the Steelers, Rodgers should just be able to pick people off.
Should.
You would think.
And then on the other side of the ball, yeah, the Steelers have a relatively healthy defense, and Joe Flacco is not going to have a lot of time.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys seen what Cam Hayward, the D lineman for the Steelers, is calling this game?
No.
The Icy Hot Bowl. Because of Flacco and Aaron Rodgers.
And then, an interesting thing about Cincinnati is Chase Brown is getting like about the same usage as Samaje Perine.
Yeah.
Like Chase Brown is getting less looks out of the backfield in the passing game, but about the same in the rushing game.
Yeah.
And then inside like the 10, he's getting less looks. It's kind of crazy.
Well, for those of us who have had Samaje Perine stock for many years now, it's
Finally
great
starting
to
to
see.
pay off.
Yes, yes.
So, anyways, I don't know, man, about that game. I wouldn't feel comfortable taking Cincy, but anything can happen.
I mean, I don't like Thursday night games, period.
I'm not going to bet at all. I might do some stupid player props just to keep it interesting.
Right.
Old Joe kept them in the game against the Packers last week. Never turned the ball over like Jake Browning has done every week.
True.
Yeah.
So you just don't know. I mean, divisional game too. The
If
way
they
the
can
NFL
just
is,
give Flacco a little time, so
gonna have
like
to run
Higgins and Chase can run their routes.
yeah, yards after catch.
So like Gesicki's out, I think he's a nice safety valve for Flacco.
Any quarterback. Yeah.
So anyway,
Do you know the last quarterback matchup of players that are 40 years old or 40 plus years old? It hasn't happened since 2020.
2020.
Where both quarterbacks are 40 or over.
Kind of goes against what I kind of thought then.
2020. So that'd be
Breeze
5
and Brady?
years ago.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's only happened 4 times in NFL history. So we have a pretty, I don't know, like just weird game. I mean, you never see two 40-year-old quarterbacks going head to head in a divisional game on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
On Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
It's amazing how few people watch that game because it's on Amazon Prime. Like my father, for example, he won't watch it. He's got cable TV.
I've been able to teach my dad how to use Prime, so that's been good. But that was also because the NASCAR races were on Prime for a little bit this year. So, but I don't know. The interesting thing about Prime is apparently I don't know if there's actual animosity. Have you guys seen the theories that Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit don't like each other?
I have not seen that.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind it. I think the coverage has been pretty good on it, but yeah, it's just.
What are you guys' thoughts on the Eagles and Vikings? Eagles are 2.5 point favorites at the Vikings.
Well, I'm just waiting to see when the Eagles are finally going to have one of those weeks where they take off.
I think
it might be this week.
Yeah. That's my logic behind it, is if it doesn't happen this week, then if they can keep denying that there's issues, but like
How was
there's
Saquon's
clearly
carries
issues.
way down too? He had 12 carries against the Giants.
Yeah.
This guy was getting 20, 25 last
not
year a game.
It's not good when the running joke online is that Saquon is now the worst running back in that division and not the best.
Well, let's not be crazy.
Well, no, it's
But last year
joke
the
of it,
Eagles
yeah.
struggled. I mean, Saquon had a huge year,
Yeah.
but win-loss wise, the Eagles didn't really come together till like late November.
Yeah.
And then I mean, maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Am I right? Didn't
No,
they?
you're right. They had stretches where everyone was talking about.
I think the main issue compared to last year to this year is the fact that this year it's just one very visibly apparent. Two, there is actual. They can deny, like I said, but there is actual drama happening this
Well,
year.
AJ Brown was reading books on the sideline last year. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, but like there's this player meeting stuff happening, and I don't know, man. I just
he
Who's
wins.
the guy that just retired from Eagles player just retired? It's like not like a top name, but just retired.
no
Yeah.
idea. But look, I'm all for their demise.
It's fun watching him struggle. I mean, when the Giants beat him, that was awesome.
And Nick Sirianni, one of the few Italians I don't like. So
I just don't think there's much to be that concerned about if you're Philadelphia right now.
Yeah, Zadarius Smith retired 3 days ago after 11 seasons.
And the line didn't move. I think
Just quit on the team.
it's a long season, so you got teams like the Eagles or the Chiefs or the Bills, they're going to be fine. It's going to come down to the playoffs. You got a team like Baltimore, that's a different story. Jackson gets hurt, the whole team gets hurt. But
That's what I said the other day. It's literally week 7 now.
yeah, all these other teams are the good ones are who we thought they were, and
That's why we took the damn field.
You just wonder if, like, if a Carolina can make the playoffs, or, the Colts, obviously, are they as good? Are they now one of the top teams? We'll see 7 more weeks from now, I guess, if they're still around, or if Jonathan Taylor doesn't get hurt like he always does.
True.
And then now all of a sudden Atlanta's like the darling because they beat the Bills. And let's see what happens when they go to San Francisco.
After losing 30-0 in Carolina. Remember, Atlanta lost 30-0.
So how do you make sense of this?
Jacksonville, I mean, what are they going to do? Last week, 12 points?
2 weeks ago, they were like, wow, everybody look at Jacksonville. They're for real this year. And then they were the worst team in the league last week.
Yep.
Damn, I can't find... Damn, thought I had it pulled up. I guess now I was going to look up MVP odds for Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield. Because who would have thought that those two would be...
Well, how is Baker doing what he's doing with, 4 receivers down?
Yeah. And how about the run he had last week on 3rd down to get the first
I was going to
down?
say...
Dude, it's really something.
We didn't talk about that game. It's the other Monday night game this week. But, I'm not trying to be whatever, but, if you're going to do a sprinkle, do it on the Buccaneers. Well, that too, but...
Over 52.5.
I mean, I'm think I'm done going against Baker Mayfield. I don't want me to be part of his poster of going out there for a reason to kick somebody's ass.
Baker Mayfield is definitely more valuable to Tampa Bay than Daniel Jones is to the Colts too. Not saying that Daniel Jones isn't valuable, but if you're talking about most valuable player and you're looking at it from that perspective,
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield is Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because he was written off.
Yeah.
It's almost like
he still is one of 8 quarterbacks on the payroll for the Cleveland Browns right now.
yeah. Well, you know what? That's why you kind of looked at him like, oh, Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Well, big difference.
Yeah. Baker's got a dog in him.
Yeah, sure does. I like the guy.
Yeah. I'm with it. All right, guys. I think that about does it then for this week. We pretty much touched on everything.
We
So
finally got the last London game coming up, and then we have Berlin and we have Madrid.
yes, you're goddamn right. We have Madrid.
How long before they do a game in Japan where it kicks off at 1 a.m.
Weren't there?
Eastern
Oh no, those
Probably
were
not long.
Those were college games. Never mind.
Yeah.
Wasn't there the Japan Bowl back in the day? Or
PGA
something?
Tour was in Japan this past week,
Yeah.
and so that meant that the coverage started at midnight or 11 a.m. and
Right.
went the live coverage got over about 3 or 4 a.m. or whatever it was. I didn't stay up for it. I fell asleep watching it a few times, but
Like last week, 13-11. Can you imagine paying money to go watch that game? Justin Fields, 9 sacks. An NFL team got sacked 9 times in a single game.
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn, remember when he was running up and down the sideline after
Yeah.
that kickoff return or whatever it was?
Yeah, and he's
like a
winless
fool?
still.
Against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, like a
Against
fool.
Tampa Bay.
So, and then they lost that game.
Yeah.
But when I saw that, I was like, this is a clown show
It's-
because coaches that do that are not serious.
It's tough.
Anybody should know, he as much as anybody should know that the game wasn't over at that point.
And he's a former Jet.
And he should have been thinking to himself, okay, now what's the situation? Now what am I going to do? But no, instead he was dancing down the sideline like a 14-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Hopefully they lose to Carolina. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's why I got him. That's why I got Carolina.
If they went
giving a point.
winless, I'd be so excited. But I don't think they'll go winless.
It's hard to go winless now, I feel like, in the NFL.
Well, especially when you get to the last couple weeks
Yeah.
and these guys are sitting people. But I think the Jets have the Bills in the last week.
Yeah, I was
of
just gonna
this
say
year,
that.
So
The Bills close out Highmark Stadium with the Jets. So
yeah, maybe they'll actually play.
Trubisky, maybe, can give them a
starters.
win.
no, they aren't. My hot take is no matter what this year, the Bills won't sit anybody initially because it's the final game at Highmark and they're wearing the retro jerseys and blah, blah, blah. And
I think if they have a spot locked in, they're
Yeah, if they're locked in, they would be
I'm
stupid.
just saying, I guarantee you Josh will go out for a play and hand the ball off to Ray Davis or
Well,
whoever.
maybe, yeah,
and-
but that's different than actually playing.
No, I know. I just have I have a working theory. I have many working theories. So
Well, we got 11 weeks to worry about that.
we do. So, all right, guys, good luck this week with your picks. Good luck to everybody else this week with your picks. And hopefully this week, when we reconvene next week, we'll all be in the green again. So Appreciate everybody for listening in and tuning in. You can find the FL1 Betting Podcast and all other FingerLakes1.com podcasts on FingerLakes1.com, the FL1 YouTube channel, and all major podcasting platforms. We'll see everybody next week. Good luck with your bets this weekend, everybody, and enjoy the games.